Commissioner Bernanke? Well, back with us is Lweo Hindery, the former CEO of the Yes Network, and also Businessweek writer Peter Coy, who wrote that piece in Businessweek on possibly seeing Bernanke as the next baseball commissioner. I mean, is this really true?
Well, it's true that he's interested. I mean, the day he left office, which was January 31st, he pointedly noted that Selig would be retiring in January 2015. And you have to take that.
Do you think he put his hat in the ring there?
I think, you know, he could be coaxed into the job if there were enough people who really wanted him. And,
well, he's a baseball fan, right?
He's a huge fan of the Nationals.
Okay.
He goes to their home games. Jason Worth tips his hat to Bernanke when he comes out onto the field at the start of the game. He goes to their batting practices. Yeah, he's a huge baseball fan.
This is probably one of the most interesting jobs that'll be filled over the next year.
Yeah.
And it's not anything like Ben Bernanke has ever been accustomed to. Bud Selig has been a consummate commissioner in everybody's estimation. The next commissioner is going to have to get his feet wet, so to speak.
Right.
And learn
what about an economist in that job?
Well, how about a guy who's never reported to a board of 26 owners? And you know, I think Bob Iger would be an excellent choice. Rob Manfred seems to be, by everybody's inside information, sort of the first choice, certainly of Mr. Selig himself.
Right.
But they do have a great search committee set up, and he's a fan, Bernanke.
You know, I'll mention one other thing. Bart Giamatti, former president of Yale, a Renaissance scholar, not exactly the kind of person you would think mixing it up in baseball, was a successful, although short-lived, he died in office, commissioner of baseball. He's the one who negotiated Pete Rose's withdrawal from the sport.
Really?
That was his signal achievement.
Now, you mentioned, Peter, in your piece that there are 5 issues that Bernanke would have to tackle.
Number one, I'll give you number one at least, is that he certainly knows about steroids from injecting them into the U.S. economy. For the past.
That hurts. That hurts. Boils on the butt.
Yeah.
That's right.
And the beard. He's got the beard.
He's got a beard. He's got a beard. He's got a beard.
But, you know, there is a serious issue facing baseball, though, right? Because the TV viewers, at least, Lweo, you know this, they're getting older and older and older. They're 55 and above now, half of them.
Well, 2 things are happening that should be of concern to the league. One is the games are interminably long. Pitchers get off the mound, get back on the mound, batters back out of the box, get back in the box. The game is a half hour too long on television.
Yeah.
That said, there are no youth playing baseball like we did growing up, Peter and myself, Betty. And your twins, for example, will more likely play football, soccer.
They're swimmers.
Swimmers, yeah. But they're not playing Little League. And that's got to be a concern. The number of African-American youth in the sport should be of concern. That the most of the players now are I think more than half now are Latin players coming up from the Caribbean.
Right.
And so it's got to react to it, sort of changing demographics there. Yeah.
Well, you know, what's interesting is that the NBA has the youngest television viewers, and the NFL ranks right behind baseball. Which, I mean, I assume the NFL has a pretty good mix, actually.
Yeah. So, you know, that's a perfect example. Ben Bernanke himself is an older gentleman. You know, he's got some good years of life left in him, but he's from the generation for which baseball was the American, classic American sport, and that's changing.
Right.
You know who I'd throw in the mix is Chase Carey, who's running News Corp's video operations. Chase, a great baseball fan, has negotiated a lot of these agreements.
And he's not going to stick around.
Well, he's not going to stay around Murdoch forever,
No.
and this, I think Chase would be an excellent, because I think, Peter, you're right. I think they're going to have to bring some youth mix into this one way or another, and Chase would be an excellent choice.